Hey everybody, we're back here at Charles C. Deem at the wilderness area again here in Hoosier National Forest, and got a little cabin fever. Wanted to get out for a while, and we're going to give the new backpack a trial run. Got it all loaded down with everything, so we'll see how it rides and everything, and see what I think of it. So we're just going to go out and hit a few trails, have a look around, maybe go down to the camp and see what it looks like down there, and just do a little bit exploring today and enjoy the day. Well, I can't say that I'm surprised because I pretty much figured this, but all last year, every time I come down here, this creek bed was bone dry, and we've had rain for off and on for 2 weeks now, and I usually walk the creek bed, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that today in my tennis shoes, so we'll be walking along the edge. Well, when you want a campsite close to the water, this is what you get. The rainy season, everything on your way there is flooded. It turned into swampland. Well, as you can see, we made our way back here. It wasn't an easy trip. I ended up with 1 foot in the water, so I got wet socks. So lesson learned today is bring extra socks, especially on rainy season. So always learning something. So we always be throwing an extra pair of socks at least, maybe even change your clothes in just in case. You never know. So, but other than that, we made our way back here. Took a little weaving and winding around, and I'll show you around here in a bit. Luckily, the campsite's up on a ridge, so the water didn't make it up this far, but it's just off to the edge here. And so even if it gets real rainy when we're here, we'll still be up high enough, everything will stay dry. So that's good. I don't foresee being out here anytime when it's that bad, but you know, it's always good to know that. So made my way back here, just gonna sit here and enjoy the scenery and have a little snack, and then I'll make my way back. I just more out to check out the backpack today. It done good at first, and then everything loosened up. I think kind of settled in. I've got about 25 to 27 pounds of weight in there with all the gear. That's all the gear I got. My tent and this chair and my water. I got two of the Nalgene bottles full of water that I brought with me, and just all my other stuff, my cook set, anything I'd bring that I have currently, I brought that with me. So I've got about 25, 27 pounds in there. So once the pack settled in, I had to tighten the waistband a little bit to get the weight. It felt like it was more on my shoulders and pulling on my shoulders. So I tightened the waistband up, get more of the weight on my hips, and that made a big difference. So right now I'm feeling it on my hips, and I feel it pulling on my shoulders back, the weight trying to pull back. I don't feel so much as pulling down on my shoulders, which the best I know, that's the way it's supposed to be. Now if anybody knows different or wants to tell me for sure how it's supposed to be riding on me, I'd sure be welcome to read your comments. And but everything I've read is most of the weight's supposed to be on your hips, and then the shoulder straps are more or less to keep it from pulling back, you know, tipping the load back. So I keep it up snug into my back. I did notice I got nice ventilation through the back. I started getting a little warm, a little sweaty, but as the breeze blew, I could feel it blowing across my back and cooling me off. So I do like that. My other backpack, my shirt would have been soaked, you know, from sweating. There was no ventilation whatsoever. So that seems to be good. So far I'm pretty happy with it, and I can't find any complaints yet, so that's always good. So I'll show you around the camp here in a minute, let you see the water, how far up it's gotten, and I'm going to sit here and relax a little bit and have some snacks and make our way back down the trail and back to the truck. So here's the view you're used to seeing as I sit here and look out from the campsite. And even in this view you can tell the water's up. Then I'll kind of pan around here so you can get an idea how much it's up. So normally it's not up to those trees there. That's usually all grass and weeds clear out there. You can see that one tree here's in the water. Usually the water line's way out there where those weeds are right there, and those out there. So the water's definitely up. And as we pan around here, you can see it's way up in here. But you can also see this ridge here, that it's not up on the campsite. I'll swing it on around here. Hopefully you can see, I don't know with the sun or whatever. Let's see, we're bone dry up here. So that's the ridge there. This is about the highest peak, and then from here it goes down. I don't know how well that's showing in the camera, but this is all the flat here. And then from about here it drops down, and that's where the water's at. I'll swing you on around here. And again, there's the view that we're used to seeing all the time. And then we'll pan on around here. Now usually there is an inlet, a little bit of an inlet that comes in through here, but it's not up this far usually. It's out there. I don't know if you can see these trees here, these little trees and bushes. Usually just on the other side of those is where the inlet is. So just to give you an idea of where we're at in relationship to where the water usually is at. And then there's the trail we usually walk in here. But we're having to walk in up the hill here, make our way around the water. But I'm happy to see that the water's not up here at the campsite, and all is well, good and dry. So we're going to sit here and enjoy the day. So does anybody else feel like a zombie when they're walking up these switchbacks? I felt like I was walking like one. Got my head down and just heading for the goal to reach the top of the hill. Trugging and pushing on. Feel like I'm walking like a zombie. Well, we made it back to the truck, and it was just a good day to get out and explore and see what was going on. We've gotten quite a bit of rain in the last couple weeks, and the creeks and the lake was up quite a bit, and I wasn't really surprised, but just kind of like get out and see what's going on, and wanted to check out the backpack and see if I was going to like it or not, and loaded it down with everything I've got so far. I still got to get my sleeping system, get my sleeping pad and my sleeping bag yet. That'll be additional weight, but right now I was at 25 pounds, give or take, and it felt pretty good. I maybe do a little adjusting here or there, but I think overall it done really well. So like I said, I just mainly wanted to get out. I had cabin fever and just wanted to get out and get out of the house for a while. So just remember what I always say, it is to get up, get out, and get exploring, because you never know what you're going to see.